Real, raw, and uncut. Welcome back. It's TyTeaV. All right, y'all. Welcome back. It's TyTeaV. All right, y'all. So, people have been flooding my inbox, right, of my YouTube channel and just like all of my social media. And everybody is wanting to know, am I single? Um, thought that was funny. I've been like wanting people to like, people have been engaging. I've been wanting people to like engage with me more, you know what I mean? And that's the question that everybody keeps asking. Um, yes, I am very, very single actually. I've been single for a while now, maybe like 2 years now. And I guess, after being in a relationship with somebody for so long, it can be scary, like kind of jumping back out there. Um, at one point, I mean, the thought of dating was like, you know what I mean? And I guess I'm very career oriented. I'm busy. I'm booked and busy. I've got a lot of stuff going on. So I can kind of like indulge into work. I'm kind of like that. You know what I mean? And I don't know, just kind of weird, I guess, with dating. I guess after my last relationship or whatever, it took me a little while before I, kind of was creeping back, slowly into the dating world. And it wasn't like a good experience. I kind of had like a bad experience. I was like new to dating and kind of jumped out there and kind of got smashed like a bug. So I'm a little, weird about, dating and I'm trying to try again and, kind of creep back into that world. Um, so yeah, there's your answer. I'm very single. I am actually like even practicing like celibacy. Did I say that right? Just practicing, just being celibate. It's actually been almost a year, you know. So, and I may even do an episode about that, about practicing, celibacy or whatever. So yeah, there's your answer. Just so y'all know, anybody that's interested, anybody that's like watching me and falling in love each episode, falling in love per episode. If anybody is interested in taking me out on a date, you can apply to date me at www. I'm kidding. Yeah, so there y'all go. I thought that was the funniest thing ever. I'm expecting people to ask me different questions, and that's been the trending question: is Ty single? Yes, there's your answer, y'all. I'm single. So, and I'll talk about my mug today. Shout out to my roommate. My roommate's Instagram name is Nikki No Pressure underscore No Diamonds, if I'm not mistaken. Nikki No Pressure underscore No Diamonds. Okay, y'all make sure y'all follow my roommate. That's my girl, and she's always like buying me gifts. She's always bringing me home stuff, and she's like, "Look what I got you." And this mug says, "Get lost in what you love." And y'all know I'm big on that. I'm big on doing what you love, doing what makes you happy, doing what makes you want to get up out of bed every day. I know what it's like to work like a 9 to 5 or work like a job that you like hate, and you can feel each hour go by. You can feel every minute, every second go by. Okay, so I know what that feels like. I love that I'm really doing everything that I love every day, and I get lost in it, So I love editing. I love working in front of the cameras, behind the cameras. I love everything about, TV and editing and production and in front of the camera stuff, behind the camera stuff. That's like my world. That's my thing, and I get lost in it. So it could be 2 days have gone by and I'm still working and I haven't even, noticed the time. Like, hello, it's a new day. So that's something that, I love, So y'all get lost in what you love, do what you love. Life's too short to do anything else but what you love and what you enjoy. So anyway, I've been, trying to figure out like what I wanted to talk about next, and I want to talk about healing. Just the other day, I was outside, right? It's late at night, and I'm walking Peach, my dog Peach. I'm a fur mom, y'all. I have a pit bull, and her name is Peach, okay? And y'all will meet Peach eventually, okay? So, did y'all hear that? Oh my God. We gotta work on that. So anyway, I just the other day, I just so happened to like go outside, right? And I see this like skateboarder guy, right? It's like dark outside, and I'm trying to take Peach for a walk, and I see this skateboarder guy in my backyard. Well, I live in an apartment, so I see him like out in the back or whatever on the skateboard or whatever. It's late night, and he was like wearing all black, so I was like a little creepy looking. So I just kind of waited until he kind of went by or whatever, and Peach ends up like running up to him, and he ended up being like nice and friendly. And Peach is such a friendly dog. She wants to say hello to everyone. She's kind of friendly. She's kind of similar to me in a lot of ways or whatever, mother like daughter. So anyway, she like greets dude, and I'm like, oh, she's just sending you positive vibes, love and light, and he was like, well, I can take all of that right now, and so that kind of just gave me a hint that obviously there may have been something like going on with him. So I got to talk to him, give him some words of encouragement, and he said something to me. He was like, he was telling me about his dreams and stuff and what he wanted to do. He's like in his early 20s, and I'm just like, I'm excited for you. I love to hear a dreamer, and them knowing what they want to do with their lives, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna come to you. I'm now 30, and I'm watching things that I dreamed of, happen. You know what I mean? So anyway, I said, so you got a great future ahead of you, and he was like, yeah, but whether I have a whole lot of money, like whatever it is, nothing can take away, I guess, like all the hurt, all the pain, that I've experienced, the wounds, just, and was asking questions, I guess, about like healing. People are trying to figure out how to heal, you know what I mean? And I told him, that I thought that was admirable, because when I was 20, 21, I was like, going to therapy and stuff. So I was aware that, I needed to like do therapy and stuff like that, but that wasn't even my word choice. It wasn't like, oh, I'm healing from things, or no one ever said to me, TyTeav, one day you're gonna have to take the time out to heal from these things. I come from a background of always having to, survive, you know what I mean? Always having to, I was in survival mode, I didn't have time to heal from anything, you know what I mean? It was survival, like sink or swim. Like I had to keep moving, keep swimming, you know what I mean? And basically I did give him some tips, some things that has helped me, heal from a lot of things, So if y'all have been watching my show, I talk about, a lot of things that I've gone through, a suicide attempts, I haven't talked about my episode as far as like depression and stuff. It's something else that I battle with and deal with, and that's a whole other episode. You know what I mean? That runs in my family. So that's like a whole other thing that I got planned for y'all. So y'all most definitely like see it soon and enjoy it. But I've talked about, bullying, my dad not being around, always being in survival mode, talking about what my childhood was like, a lot of wounds, and being in a domestic, violent relationship, you know what I mean? So anyway, maybe like, I could say like the last 2 years, and I'm still on this journey, I really took the time out to focus on healing myself, I'm looking forward to, having a husband. I'm looking forward to, all of those things. And I didn't want to, not be ready, not be healed, before I step into, the next chapter of my life, or neither did I want to ruin the good things that God has come in for me because I wasn't healed. And not even about relationships as well. Like, there were so many things that I had not healed from, and it was hurting me. It was hurting me. It was stopping me from reaching that next level of success. It was blocking me from reaching that next part of my career as well. There was things that was impacting me negatively, hindering, the next step in my career, next step in my journey. You know what I mean? So there was things that I needed to heal from. It was blocking my blessings, and I just want to kind of talk about, I guess, my healing journey a little bit with you all. So I don't know, I feel like when I was healing, I kind of was isolating myself a little bit too. And I'm not saying that that's 100% good or whatever, but I believe that sometimes God will, when he's trying to heal you, when he's trying to do some things within you, I think that sometimes he will like kind of isolate you, and I was, when I was healing, I was making sure that I was like working out and stuff, going to the gym and stuff, getting closer to God. That's the only thing that can really heal you. There's nothing else that can heal you. You can try everything else, and those things can like contribute, they can help, and I'm all about doing whatever it takes to heal me. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I wanted all the tips I can get. I can remember talking to this guy to date, and I remember me asking him like tips on healing. I'll take anything I can get. But yeah, I went through a isolation period where I was more so to myself and trying to connect more with God, and making sure that I put him first, making sure that I'm reading my Bible and stuff, wake up in the morning and making sure that I'm giving him the first part of my day. Getting closer to God is what's going to heal you. I was going to church every Sunday. I was, going to Bible study every Wednesday. That is the thing that I felt like really contributed to, really was a huge, part of my healing process. And I'm not one of those kind of people who feel like, oh, like you have to go to church every day, to have a relationship with God. No, I could be right in my backyard, laying on a hammock and talking to God, and that's my church, So I don't believe in that, but I will tell y'all that church was a big part of me healing. It really did. I had times where I was going to church and I was, vulnerable, and it was a place where I had to think about even going to church, because every time I would go to church, I would cry. Now I'm at the point where every time I go, I don't even cry like how I used to, but it was to a point where I was very broken. I was very wounded. I was so hurt, by life, and every time I would go to church, I would just like cry, and so yeah, to heal, I just was taking that time out to heal, get to know God better, get closer to God. And I was even like researching things about myself. Now we have access to the internet, we have access to Google. There's nothing that you can't, figure out or find out now. You know what I mean? It's all in the click of a button now. You know what I mean? And I was, learn about yourself, and in learning about myself, it helped me to understand myself better and to be more empathetic with myself. Sometimes you may get frustrated, you may have, some issues or whatever, I don't know, I have issues with anxiety. It's a whole other episode that I'm gonna do, and having anxiety was a result of traumatizing things that happened to me. You know what I mean? And sometimes I would get upset with myself, or, wasn't patient with myself and understanding with myself. But then when I started researching myself, it was helping me understand exactly why I was how I was. You know what I mean? So, Google, look up, how to, heal from the things that you have gone through, and find out about yourself, learn about yourself. I Googled, what are the side effects of a girl having an absent father? What is she like, in her adult life? what are the side effects of a child who, was bullied as a kid? What are they like, when they get older? What do statistics say about them when they get older? I literally Googled, how does an adult, heal from being bullied as a kid? So make sure when you do your research, make sure that you're specific. You know what I mean? There's information out there that will literally show you how to heal from exactly what you're, dealing with. You know what I mean? And that's helped me as far as, my healing journey as well. So those are the things that I was doing, which is like going to church, as much as I could, talking to God, making sure I'm reading my Bible and stuff, make sure I'm reading, spiritual books, and make sure I'm reading, watching, sermons and stuff like that. Some people that I love to listen to is Joyce Myers, love Joel Osteen, love Sarah Jake Roberts, love her. I have people who, that kind of relate to me, and those were things that really helped me to heal, working out, really focusing on, self-care and loving on myself and loving myself, and taking great care of myself, those were all part of my healing journey as well. And when I say like self-care and like loving on yourself and stuff, that is a part of the healing process as well. And I believe that because I think that love can create healing, and I was talking about church and saying how like they even have like the prayer requests and stuff, and I would ask and pray for healing. I would ask God to, I don't want anything in my heart but love. I wanted no space for hate, for bitterness, for hurt. I would continuously pray and ask God to fill my heart with nothing but love. Nothing but love. And I, for a long time, just kept praying for that. Affirmations, I would wake up, I wrote down a whole list, and it was like, I am wealthy, I am successful, I am beautiful, I am confident, I have high self-esteem, I am rich. Act as if you already are everything that you are aiming to be. I try to practice, act like I'm already the Beyonce of TV. Act like I am already that person. I literally had to get up every morning and look myself in the mirror and read those affirmations to myself in the mirror, read them out loud and tell myself I am confident, I am, beautiful, I am this, I am that. You know what I mean? And I guess a big one is just like, forgiveness, you know what I mean? Being able to forgive, even just things, even, for an example, with my mom, we didn't always have like a good relationship, but I don't know, just sometimes even putting yourself in that person's shoes, you know what I mean? No telling what my mom's childhood was like, which I know what her childhood was like, and it wasn't, good, you know what I mean? So everything has an effect, and I just understand, like, she did the best that she could, and she had a mental illness on top of that, and 4 kids, and a single parent, you know what I mean? So, she did the best that she could, being sympathetic, even putting myself in the shoes of other people, putting my feet in the shoes of bullies. Like I said on my last episode, how, no telling what their childhood was like, no telling what was going on in their personal lives to make them, take out their frustrations out on me, so just knowing that everybody's like hurting, and we all in this thing called life and trying to figure it out, so, forgiveness, that's a huge part of, just healing, and I guess for me too, even this show, talking about it, even this show has been a great part of my healing journey, and therapy. I've gone to a lot of, therapy and stuff, and that has helped me as well, as far as my healing journey, something else that helped me was crying, was thinking about those moments, those things that you've suppressed, you know what I mean, or the things that you never talk about, you know what I mean, talking about those things, crying, getting it all out, I did a lot of that, I'm a very, I'm a tough person, I'm a strong person, for the most part, no one will ever see me cry unless I'm like drunk or something on the curb. Um, you know what I mean? Drunk and dealing with my friend, you know what I mean? Other than that, you know, I'm in a dark room alone and crying. Like, no one would ever really see me cry. But crying, letting out those emotions, you know, feel those emotions, whether it's, you know, for me, it was more like, you know, emotional, you know, and there was some anger there as well, you know. Feel those emotions, you know. Don't tell yourself to not be sad, to not be angry. Face those emotions face on. Feel them, acknowledge them, work through them, forgive, let go, release, you know, and move on. Even journaling, you know, that's helped as far as like healing, you know. Something else that helped me with my healing journey is, they say, like, writing a letter, right? So like writing a letter, and you can send the letter or you can don't. So you write a letter to anyone who hurt you or whatever, you know. So I did like write a letter to my mom. I did write a letter to a guy that broke my heart, you know what I mean? Just things like that or whatever. And they say that helps or whatever as far as healing. And I do feel like that helped, you know, a lot for me as far as, you know, healing. So those are all tips, all things that I literally, you know, did that helped me on my healing journey. And I hope, you know, that these tips help you as well. Just want to give someone hope. Like, no matter what you've been through, you can heal from anything. From anything. You can, no matter what it is, you know. No matter what it is, you know. If God can put you through it, He can heal you from it. There's nothing that God can't do, you know. That's all for today's show, y'all. Y'all make sure that you like, subscribe, and above all, you make sure you share. And y'all make sure to subscribe. I'm almost to 100 subscribers, and there's like a reward when you make it to 100 subscribers. So y'all help me reach that goal. I'm trying to take it all the way. And make sure you share. As I told y'all, even if this message isn't for you, there's someone out there who's looking on tips and trying to figure out how to heal themselves. They may have been through so much stuff and they're trying to figure it out, how to heal, you know. Y'all make sure to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at TyTeaV. Make sure you follow your girl. Real, raw, and uncut. I'll see y'all next week. It's TyTeaV. I'm kidding. Bye, y'all.